Good morning, dear students. Today's is the 11th lecture, which is named Features of the Development and Use of Kazakhstan Educational Electronic Publication and Resources. First is the features of the development and use of Kazakhstan Educational Electronic Editions and Resources. The next is the publications and resources developed for the Kazakhstan educational system. Next is the features of the development and use Kazakhstan educational electronic publication and resources. In Russian is the особенности разработки и использования казахстанских образовательных электронных изданий и ресурсов. Develop educational electronic publications and resources must meet the complex requirements arising from the characteristics of educational system of the Republic of Kazakhstan. Among these requirements need to consider the specifics of national model of educational and standards integration of ESW created in different languages, layout, rules and features, content of the national segment of telecommunication networks. Fulfillment of such requirements should be based on knowledge and timely solutions of certain technological problems, including, for example, the questions of a uniform presentation of the text information in Kazakhstan, Russian and English in ESW, and information resources of the Internet. Education and resources developed for Kazakhstan's education system should be based on the rules of building a network of Internet sites in Kazakhstan enacted to ensure the correctness of the remote telecommunication access to information resources. Development and use of ESW should also not lose sight of that in Kazakhstan, the national internet segment KZ, there are a sufficient number of sites in accordance with the present substantive and technological level, but they are usually sold in Russian or English languages. Support for full-scale operations in Kazakh language in the Internet and continuing education until recently has not yet done. And this is examples of electronic educational resources. The first is in Russian RM map and MS Narikpaev library. Next is the Bilimland. It's used in a school, used by the school children, where they can find educational resources. And next is a Twig and also YouTube. It's open educational resources where you can find, download and upload video. And the next is a Kundelik, one of the example which is used in a high school. In a conclusion, I want to share with you some video material that represents electronic educational library, which is opened in Kazakhstan by the using digital gadgets in order to transform additional library into virtual library.
Today, processes of digital transformation are relevant. Thanks to technologies, people can visit the virtual library staying at home. The country's first electronic reading room was opened at the National Center for Manuscripts and Rare Books. More than 500,000 historical copies are stored. Kazakh readers have access to unique books of almost all libraries, archives, and museums of the world. The authentic works of Al-Farabi, Hoja Ahmed Yasawi, and many other scientists of the East were digitized.
После того, как с каждым С каждой книгой или с каждым манускриптом здесь проводится работа.
Every work, book, and manuscript is restored. We digitize these rare books. In fact, they are very rare. The books have a single copy in the world and are stored in the National Center.
Очень редкие. Есть книги, которые вот в мире в единственном экземпляре, но хранится здесь в Национальном центре.
Readers can copy necessary information to their electronic devices. According to experts, in the near future, such reading rooms will open in all libraries of the country. The so-called digital transformation of printed publications began in Uralsk. The regional Zhuban Moldagaliev Fund includes over 400,000 books. The experts continuously work on transforming literature into the electronic format. The necessary book can be found very quickly and can be accessed in smartphones and other devices. I taught at the school, and in my understanding, the work of a librarian was only about issuing and receiving books. By becoming the librarian, I realized that from registering a new book, the work is a very complicated technological process. We should possess knowledge, erudition, and responsibility. The catalogs were the first to be digitized. The books are being transferred into the electronic format. Thus, the works of Russian classics and world literature classics can be found at the stops and stations of Uralsk. The barcodes of the books will be implemented in schools and colleges. According to the Digital Kazakhstan program, we conduct the extensive work. Today, we have already transferred more than 3,000 books into the digital format. Libraries of Western Kazakhstan joined the top 5 libraries according to the specialized rating. The fund has more than 5.5 million books and 300,000 regular readers. The book does not lose popularity even in the age of electronic devices and virtual communication.